I'm trying this again because my friend said that she couldn't hear me. And I hope that if you are watching this that you can hear me. I hope that the volume is fine. Yeah. Um hold on, let me see. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. I don't know if what it showed you guys, but I was trying to text her to see like, hey girl, like I'm on again. Can you tell me if this thing works? But okay, part two. I don't know if I should start all over with the whole story because just in case that, it ended up working, then I just repeated everything for no reason. But in case it doesn't, I was just here talking about showing off my makeup and that I actually really love this blue. I want this blue to be my brand color for those of you who don't know. My brand, that is my namesake brand, Bergwijn. I want that to be black and white with a pop of blue, and I could so see myself walking into my store, being my CEO, dressed in this blue, just to pop up and see how is everybody doing in the store, how are my clients doing, how is my staff doing, are they following protocol, are they taking care of the store, are they enjoying their job, because I do want you to work in my store and still have a great time and enjoy it, right? So that's that. And I was saying how I love it so much to where I want to wear this every single day now. Yay, it's working. Okay, great. So um I was talking about the photo shoot. Okay, so I did the photo shoot at Atlantic Station where they have the arc or whatever it is called. And what I didn't know is that when you actually go downstairs from it, there's like a mini park right there, and I do know that across from it there's a bridge, but I had no idea that you have like this whole area where there's a park and there's like two staircases, and it's giving Paris. Okay, it's giving like Parisian architecture for sure. And I wanted this high-end feel, this luxury hotel kind of vibe, and that part literally gave it. The only thing different was that it was outdoors, right? And then at the end, like right before finished, basically it started like drizzling a little bit, but not really like drizzling. It's kind of like that raindrop that is like, what is it? Like dawn or whatever. I don't even know how to explain it. So it was basically perfect. I thought it was gonna be very cold outside, but it was bearable. Like I was there with the corset on, backless, and it wasn't really cold at all. Like every now and then the wind would just blow, but it was great. But the background together with this color, I cannot wait for y'all to see this. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so amazing. Like the photographer, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 12 out of 10, okay? It was so great. I enjoyed it. The vision that I had, he literally brought that to life. Like I wanted to add like a part of street to it, like a concept of me like maybe running in the street or walking. We didn't even do that. It wasn't needed. It wasn't necessary at all. Like the parts that we stuck to, which was his idea also, after seeing my mood board, yeah, he literally brought it to life. Like amazing. I cannot wait to the 1st of January just to show these pictures. Honestly, it was just a vibe. And he is a photographer that knows exactly where to get the angles, how to get the angles. So he was just like click, click, click. And I'm like pose, pose, pose. So it was just like the perfect work combination. Um, yeah, that was that part. And what was I about to say? I was about to say something else. Um, Oh, mood boards. So it is very important. Like some people feel like you don't need a mood board, and you don't need one. However, it does help, right? If especially when you're working with specific people that you maybe have never worked with before, and maybe you don't know how they work or what they do. I highly recommend mood boards because it kind of keeps you both grounded with an idea, and of course you can kind of like get out of it a little bit once you've captured the main parts of your mood board. and then after that you kind of like do your own thing, you flow, and like whenever you see something you could use it as a prop, and you kind of like go with the flow and with the feel of your environment wherever you're having the shoot at. But having a mood board is so amazing, especially when you have a mind that kind of like keeps going everywhere. It kind of helps keep you centered. The same way I always illustrate before designing, because my illustrations keep me grounded. Like, you know, because as you go, you might be like, you know what, this would actually look good too, this would look good too, and that would look good too, and it's like now you're doing way too much. But when you have that illustration, you're following the steps of what you have already drawn, and you're keeping up with that, and you know, it's kind of like keeping everything together and in one place, and not being all over the place, because sometimes less is more. And I've always been a less is more kind of person, but sometimes my mind does run a little wild. And then, you know, I have mood boards and illustrations to keep me in place. um but yeah, I had a great time making this piece. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of details. It has been frustrating at times too, because specific details that I've got in it that you guys will see at a later time. Figuring out how I want these details to work, right? And like I said before, yesterday, some of the details were kind of like doing whatever they wanted to do, not what I wanted them to do. And then I said, you know what? Let me just go with the direction in which this is going, instead of looking at it as a mistake. You know? I know. I can't wait to show. Oh my God. But instead of looking at some of your design pieces as a mistake, when you kind of like work with those mistakes and, you know, put emphasis on them, now it actually becomes something that is intentional, right? So never look at your mistakes as something that you can't work with. You can always work around it or turn it for your good, right? So that's that part. And at the end, I was like, God, is this really gonna be it? Like, is this gonna look good to me? Like, I had to call my mom at 6 a.m. her time. She was up, thank God. But I had to call her like, Mom, like, does this really look good? Because, you know, like sometimes when I make something, I don't know why this is, but whenever I make myself something or just design, period, I always have this moment where I'm like, I saw this in my head. I know what I saw, but it's just not doing what I wanted to do. Like a lot of times that's just happening, and then I'm like, is this really gonna happen? Is this really gonna work out? And then I start praying and I ask God for guidance, and I'm like, God, like, this is just not doing it. Like, what is gonna happen? You do that too? Okay, so it's not just me. Because sometimes I'm like, bro, am I really a designer at this point? Because this is not happening. Like, I'm not doing it right. Things are, all kinds of things that shouldn't be going wrong are going wrong at the very last minute. And it's like, I'm already running out of time. I already don't know if this is gonna happen. And then you start doubting, and it's like, okay, I've done great things in the past. Like, I've done great, made great statement pieces before, so what's different this time? You know what I mean? But sometimes it's just like, when your clients don't see it and you always see it, and you're like walking through the steps. I have to realize that I gotta sometimes treat myself as one of those clients where I'm like, hey, you've done great things before, you can do it again, you know. And just because it's like this right now doesn't mean that it's not gonna be better later, because um it's not finished. It's just not finished. Literally in the middle of like the start point and the end product. And sometimes it gets messy in the middle, and that's a word. Okay, it gets messy in the middle. But once you keep going and you keep like writing things down, that helps me personally. Like writing steps down, writing down what I need to do, and checking off what I already have done, that helps me see the progress for one, and also see what else is left, so that I can plan things out and map things out. Because sometimes you just want to like hurry up and do things, and you might do them out of order, because you didn't like you didn't see, you know, the end of it. So you didn't see where you were going, and so with you rushing to get where you're going. Now you're kind of like skipping parts, messing things up, you know what I mean? That's the word. See, fashion is ministry. I always say this, fashion is ministry. And I say this now, but for a long time I didn't see that. You know, for a long time I was like, oh, you have like people like a pastor, and you have like person like a prophet, and you have all these different pieces in the church. And I'm like, here I am with fashion, you know what I mean? But it's not like here I am with fashion, because fashion is just as important. You know what I mean? It might be for them a higher responsibility than it is for me, but I'm equally the body of Christ like they are. And so if I minister through making clothes and talk to people because I made a nice piece, and now they're looking to me and finding encouragement in what I've done, and also through not just through the clothes but also through conversation after the clothes, you know what I mean? That's still ministry just as much as when you go to church and the pastor preaches. Like, they have a higher responsibility to God, you know what I mean? Like, I can mess up, they basically can't. Okay. I mean, we're humans, so of course, but you know, you get what I'm saying. But yeah, so looking at fashion as a ministry changed my life, and it changed also how I dress, how I express myself through clothes, the colors that I use, all the psychological aspects behind just wearing something. Like, you don't just put something on just to put it on. Like, you have to really like look at what do you want to portray, what do you want to showcase, like how do you want to be perceived, you know, how do you not want to be perceived. It's kind of like the conversation that we had yesterday too. But there's so much that goes into this, and I love it. I love it. I love that for me. And I'm building like a circle of friends. Oh my god, not me spinning. I'm building like a circle of friends who are in the same path, that do the same thing, as well as people who are still in the same field but like a completely different aspect. Like photographer, for example. Like, it goes all hand in hand. So I'm working on my network and building, and you know, taking everything one day at a time, because you know, Rome wasn't built in one day. So if you are here and you feel like you need to rush, take your time, because why are we rushing, you know? So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm looking forward to it. And this piece, oh my gosh, this piece inspired me so much for my next piece, which is probably gonna be for my birthday in May. However, that's like a good 6 months, because we're still in December. I feel like I should say 6 months, but it's really 5 months. That's a good 5 months away. That doesn't mean don't create in 5 months. And to be very honest with you guys, for a while I felt like I kind of lost like my design aspect, and then I started just focusing on doing alterations, which I love doing alterations, because once you do the alterations and everything is done, you're done with the piece, you're done with the client, you know what I mean? But when you're doing a custom piece, you have to do the fabric shopping, and I do that with my client, and you have to do the illustration, and there's so many pieces like pattern making and fabric cutting and all of that. And so after a couple of annoying clients, or difficult clients rather, um, I just felt like, maybe I should take a break and just do alterations, because I enjoy doing alterations. I like how um the confidence sparks back up in my clients when I do alterations for them. Like, sometimes they're like, oh, I really like this piece, but it doesn't make me feel good, or it doesn't make me look good in it, you know? And then once I snatch them in it, they're like, oh my gosh, this looks so amazing, like I feel great, you know? And like, seeing them happy makes me happy, you know? And I get that too from my um design clients, but I haven't had design clients on a consistent basis in to comparison to my alterations clients, right? So that's also been a reason why I focused on it more, because they kept coming more than. But I do want to get back in my bag as a designer. And the reason why also is because a lot of times customers come with the idea that they already have, and they want you to just recreate this. And I feel like if I recreate a look for somebody that they have seen somewhere that they don't want to purchase, because for one, they think it's too expensive, Now you want me to literally copy that idea, steal from that designer, and make it also for less. So then I'm also cheating myself, and I'm helping you help me cheat myself and help you cheat them, you know. So I feel like it's not fair. And the clients that I really want, I want them to be able to trust me with a unique piece, you know. So I guess those are all reasons why I kind of like stepped away from it. But my love is really in designing, so I need to just figure a way back to where I can actually create the custom pieces that I want to create and have the clients that want to pay that custom piece price and also wear it well, you know what I mean? So I'm getting there, and I think that having done this photo shoot will also help me put myself back out there, you know, as the designer that I want to be perceived as. So um those are all reasons why I did it, outside of it being my anniversary, because I could have easily just put on a random outfit and, you know, did the shoot then, or went out to dinner and called it a day and have a picture from the dinner and be like, oh guys, happy anniversary to me. No, I wanted to be dramatic and I wanted to show it, and I am so elated. I'm so excited about that. Yeah, so I'm not gonna keep ranting. I just wanted to come on here, talk about how to shoot pen, and show this eye, honey. Show this makeup. I really like it a lot. I really love this blue. I like how vibrant it is and how it looks on my skin. I wish that I had it right here. Actually, I do. Bear with me, people. Let me show you guys what I used. Just in case you guys are wondering. Okay, I got half of this thing because I was rushing. I was like, I'll take that off later because this is time consuming. I couldn't like tear it off in a moment fast enough because it's so like tight, you know. um Come on, there we go. Okay, so this is the Sephora brand eyeliner. Well, it's a colorful, I can't read, colorful shadow stick and liner. Okay, and it's waterproof. This is what it looks like. So when I put it on, I felt like it was a different, like, you know, I don't know why I'm testing it out there. I should rather test it on my hand. But I'm saying like it came out like a slight different color than when I was like, you know, opening it up and looking at it. So let me just draw on here for you guys so you can see. So it came out super light at first. You see that? And then when I applied pressure and I kept going over it, and I actually like that because if you could tell, like here I did it very light, and if you could tell right there, that's light too. And then underneath I went in like a couple times, right, just to get that nice vibrant and darker blue. Oops. And like when you keep building, so this is like very much buildable, right? So this is that. Oops, let's see, I'm trying to see if it has a name. Okay, this is 22 Cobalt Shimmer. Okay. All right, so this is that. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Highly recommend. And then, where is this mascara at? Okay, so yesterday I was talking about this mascara. This is not the one that I am wearing right now, but this is my normal go-to mascara. And it's actually really the color of this nail polish. So this color is a lot different than the one that I have. The one that I have on right now is more like this blue. So you can see like a slight difference. Slight difference. But I don't think I got it in my makeup pouch right now. And yeah. Should I go and grab it? Hold on, bear with me. I'll be right back. 1 quick second. Okay, here we are. I am back. Hope that was quick enough. So here I have, this is the YSL mascara that I was talking about. And this is the color. You see how vibrant? Let me do a side to side for y'all. So this is the L'Oreal. Actually, I said it was Clinique, but it's L'Oreal. But I think that the green one is actually the Clinique one. So here, side to side. Do y'all see the difference? This one is so much more vibrant than that one. And this is the, once again, Yves Saint Laurent versus L'Oreal Paris. But to be honest with you, this L'Oreal did great. It kept me through some years, okay? I think I bought this for the first time in 2020. So yeah, I was loyal to it until... But, you know, in the case that I ever have to go back, I highly recommend and I would definitely go back to it. So yeah. Alright guys, that was my little chit chat. I hope that it was inspirational to you guys to some extent, I guess. Yeah, do you say that? To some extent? Something like that. Thank you for coming in here. Thank you for watching. And let me know whatever you think in the comments about any of these products that I just showed you. If you are, would you ever try a blue mascara? Let me know. I highly recommend blue because it's different. Whenever I pop on my blue, people typically notice it and they're like, oh my god, I love you, I like that blue on you. It's different than your everyday black, you know what I mean? So yeah, my mom, she actually would wear blue when I was a child, and I always loved it on her so much to where I was like, when I'm an adult, I'm gonna get me some blue. And then when I found this blue, I was like, heck yeah, I'm buying it. And I'm talking about the L'Oreal one. That's the first blue I ever found. And then when I went into Sephora last week, this lady had this blue and I was like, oh my god, that blue is popping. That blue is everything. Like, I told her I have a blue from L'Oreal, but it's not doing what your blue is doing. So I said, I gotta get yours. And so she told me it was like Eve's, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna stick with L'Oreal. But then I just couldn't get it out of my mind, so I said, you know what, I need to go back and get it. And so I did, and I thought it would be perfect for this photo shoot. So like, even though you can't tell right now, and also because I have these lashes on, but then again I also have like a black liner down there, so maybe that's a reason why you can't really tell that it is blue. Either way, I love it. I will definitely wear it as much as I can, nearly every day or every time I am stepping out or wanting to have mascara on. Especially now, I have these lashes and most of them are out already, so I'm left with my natural lashes. But my natural lashes are now so much thinner than they were before I got these lashes on. So I think that once I got these lashes done, like all of them are falling out, then I'll just wear mascara like every day because I don't want to be out here looking like an elephant. I refuse. So yeah, that's that. Thank you once again for watching. I hope you have a great day, night, whatever. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Bye.